You are at Lake Rant, where I rant about whatever my $10 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one's for Vintage, who says, rant about Tekken. I was watching one of your old tier list videos, specifically the 60 highest rated games one, and you mentioned that you've played Tekken 4 a lot. Personally, Tekken 7 is my favorite fighting game, and I love older Tekken games as well, so I'm curious to hear your opinions on the franchise. What games have you played, favorite character, overall opinions, etc.? If you don't have much to say, then rant about fighting games in general, but not Smash. Okay, so Tekken. I would have discovered Tekken 4 around the time that it came out. I think my cousin probably was into it, and that's why I was playing it. But I enjoyed Tekken 4. I think it's fun to play. I never got deep into the systems or anything. I have some friends who are quite good at Tekken, who who really love like Tekken Tag Tournament and 4. But I never really played it with them. I played it, back when it came out. And I remember my favorites being Martial Law, of course, and the fucking guy, like, his name's like Brian. He's just like a albino dude or something like that. I remember that guy being pretty cool. For the most part, the thing about Tekken is that most of the characters are fairly normal. Like, they're just kind of regular-ass people, and that never interested me as much. Like, same goes for Street Fighter, honestly, like, or King of Fighters. Like, all of those, it always felt like a lot of the characters are just like, martial arts guy, and that didn't interest me as much as like games with cast full of like really wacky characters or with more definitive standout characteristics. So like I loved Soul Calibur, for instance, where I think the characters are a bit more standout. They're also they've got like the historical fantasy kind of edge. They've got all the weapons and stuff, so that adds to it. Tekken's characters feel comparably fairly bland, even though some of them are like a panda and a bear or whatever. But nonetheless, I think there are some fun characters in there. I liked playing. I mostly just remember playing as like Brian in Martial Law, and then I've played a little bit of Tekken 7 at Jesse's house because he just happened to buy it like right when it came out, and that was around when I showed up. I had some fun. Didn't really get that attached. Again, it's just the fact that the characters kind of feel so regular. And I'm not as into 3D fighters as I am into 2D fighters overall. I do like Soul Calibur, even though it's basically Tekken's cousin, I guess. There's some shared characters there. Yoshimitsu, always fun in whichever game he's in. Then you've got like, Street Fighter being similar to Tekken is a game I've probably played a lot more of. I play Cammy in that. I'm trying to like broaden this out to other fighting games. My favorite would be Guilty Gear, particularly X2. I mostly play as Slayer in all the Guilty Gear games because the way he moves is how I want a character to move. Similar to Kirin from Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, so I play in that game. In fact, I could bring up a list of all my mains, and that might help me to do this. Because I'm thinking, I also love Skullgirls. I play Miss Fortune in that. If you know all these characters who I'm saying I play, you could probably figure out, like, if you know how to play them, you probably know why they're all my favorites, because I think they have a lot of similarities in the way that they control and move. Or at least the way I play them, they do. I'm trying to find... Because I one time made a image of just my mains, but it might not even be in my image folder, and if so, then I don't know where to find it. It's probably somewhere on the internet. Somebody will probably fucking link to it. Here we go. Actually, I found it. Roster. Okay, we've got Cammy from Soul Calibur, Slayer from Guilty Gear, Ms. Fortune from Skullgirls, Keelik from Soul Calibur 2, Samus from Smash, which I know you told me not to talk about, and Kirin from Dengeki Bunko. So I guess those are all the characters that I've actually played enough to even consider them mains in fighting games. The fact that I don't have a Tekken character means I really haven't played enough Tekken. But, I enjoyed what I played of Tekken 7. I would certainly play it again if it was put in front of me. It's not the fighting game I'm the most excited about. I was recently thinking I would like to get into a fighting game on the Switch because of the fact that the online connectivity is so good on that console, even doing Wi-Fi. So that would be interesting. I don't know what game I would play, though. I haven't decided. I mean, there's that new Guilty Gears coming out soon, I think, so maybe it'll be that. Who knows? We'll find out.